So if you're 40, let me know where you are on this. Climbing the corporate ladder is so dead for me, and it has been for a while. But like, I don't know, y'all. It's just kind of like the balance. I just want the balance. And they say you can't have balance, but I want the balance, okay? I still want the money because I like money. But I am just not about taking on more responsibilities for more money. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't want to do it. Like in my field, I could easily be making six figures, like high six figures, mid to high six figures. But then I think about being under somebody's thumb, being micromanaged, not having the freedom, not having flexibility, not being able to have some kind of peace in my life, not being able to be there for my kids. And it just doesn't, the math ain't math, and it doesn't shake out to me. And of course, everyone is different and what people value is different. But I also think age makes a difference too. I'm at the phase of my life where I am really trying to like not ascend the ladder. I'm trying to not necessarily descend the ladder. I'm just trying to kind of like sit on the ladder. Like I just wanna chill and like I don't know if that's even possible, but I don't know. It's a hard balance to strike because in this economy like you need the money for real, but I also want a very calm nervous system. I want a calm nervous system. I want slow mornings. I like being able to get up and drink my coffee and open up my blinds. And like that's important to me. So what I have been doing, and let me know what you've been doing or if like where you are in your journey, especially if you're over 40 and you're a woman. But I have been minimizing expenses. For me, it's really about minimizing expenses, right? Cutting back on lifestyle a little bit, but I still love to travel and eat and do the things, go to shows and stuff. So that costs money. But of course, increasing income more so through like side hustles and doing other things. But the climbing the corporate ladder is so dead, and my high performing friends are like, this is for the birds. Yeah.
She's right, man. I'm myself. I'm 44. Yeah, I just turned 44. So happy birthday to me. I know exactly what she's saying. It's something about once you hit that age, you have this whole different perspective of working a 9 to 5. And a lot of it is when you're younger, you're grinding, you're doing all the things that you need to do to try to move up. And then you recognize like it's not worth it. It's just not worth it because a lot of times you don't get rewarded for all the hard work that you put in. And then something happens in your 30s where you start recognizing, like, you start looking at your manager and you're like, I don't want to be in that position, right? You see these mid level managers so stressed out, and you're like, yeah, I don't want that, right? I don't want that. And then you get to recognize that the longer you get to that point, you recognize, I don't want to do that. And you stay in your position that you're in, and even if you hop around, like you just move around, and but you still stay in your pay grade level, that your pay gets really close to what managers get, and you're saying, I don't even think right now the chances of me going over there is even less. 'Cause I don't want to deal with the stress. I don't want to deal with the stress. And I thought I was alone in this until I saw this video because I recently did have my one-on-one with my boss, right? And I'm there saying like, I wasn't too happy about the position that I was in right now. I'm asking questions like, hey, what? Because they put me in a new role, and I was like, hey, what? What's the trajectory here? Like, what's next? Whatever. And he was like, well, what is it you want to be? You want to be a manager? And for a second, I stopped and I thought, and I'm like, man, I don't really like showing my cards too much. That's the first thing I thought. Like, damn, I want these people to know how I feel. And then I said, you know what? F it, I'm gonna tell them. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be a manager because I see the amount of work that the managers have to do, and for the pay and for the amount of stress, it doesn't seem worth it, right? I just want to be in a position where, because I'm at that age now that I know a lot about my job. I'm in finance and accounting. I know a lot about what I do. I'm good at what I do. I love helping and motivating and automating simple manual tasks at work. So I'm like, and I like showing the younger people, there's another way of doing the job or whatever the case may be. I find that fun. And I'm like, I just want to just help people and do what a manager should do, but not have the title. He kind of looked at me like he did not expect me to say that. Right? He did not expect me to say that, but he was like, okay, well, we could put you in positions where, it's less just working, like doing the job itself, but also just like mentoring and helping others. I'm like, yeah, I find way more fulfillment with that because I do not have to get on calls early in the morning. I don't have to stay at work till late. I don't have to tell people, hey, your raise this year is only 1% due to, because that's bullshit. Like, right? I want to give people fair wages, and I know I'm limited to what I can do, and I want to reward someone, especially to do good work. But as we know, in the corporate America, that's not how it works. They have like a quota, whereas like a certain amount of people can get a certain amount of raises, and then everyone else under that gets under, and your performance doesn't matter. It just matters about I only have 3 people who I could give this raise to, and that's it. And that's like really unfortunate because the whole year, I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to chase that extra 1%, higher than what my raise will be. Just nah, it's just not worth it. So that's why I came to a conclusion in my 40s as well, where it's like I learned all of this. I have all these skills, right? I learned a lot about finance. I'm good with accounting. Let me just do like YouTube videos or something aside, like a side hustle to just help people out. Now, I don't want to call me doing YouTube videos a side hustle because it's really not a side hustle. It's more of a passion thing and something I just like doing. I like talking about finances. I like helping people. I love seeing comments where people are saying, man, because you have been doing better. I just love that. So to me, I find a level of enjoyment from it. I'm not going to lie though. Here on YouTube, you do get paid, right? Through AdSense. If you do good enough, you get enough subscribers. That's the case. And I'm like, you never know what happens with that. It is pretty cool. I get a few bucks here and there. And in the future, it could be more. Who knows? But I prefer that more. Cause I feel like I'm using my skills outside of just corporate America. I'm just helping other people out. And that to me is way more enjoyable than giving all of my effort, working so hard to climb this corporate ladder that feels like it's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling at all. So I definitely get where she's coming from. And I know a lot of people out there are feeling the same way, especially in your 40s. You're feeling it, man. You're trying to like coast, not really coast, but just like not try to just climb up the ladder so aggressively. You just kind of like, I'm good at what I do. I still do above average, right? A little bit more than the average person. I still show initiative. I'm still showing up. I'm being me. I'm not just like, this guy's just quiet quitting. None of that. I don't believe in that. But enough where it's like, I'm good, man. And I feel like I am good. Like I have time to spend time with my family. I'm not coming home stressed every night. And that to me is like striking the balance. And I feel like you don't hit that until you get to your late 30s or 40s, where you recognize I like my balance. I moved up as high as I wanted to, getting paid fair enough. This is the balance that I like, where I still have a life. I'll go to work. I'm really good at it. I'm really skilled at it. And I make it, I do so much at work where I make my job a lot easier, have a lot of systems in place where it gets a lot easier and a lot less stress. Well, guys, drop a comment down below. Let me know. Have you quit climbing the corporate ladder? Or do you feel like, really, guys, it was no point to even try climbing the corporate ladder because it wasn't worth it? Drop a comment down below, guys, and let me know. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.